you slightly strange group of people who consistently make these my most watched type of videos. It's nice to see you again, and I hope you're ready to see what I've spent my money on this time. If you're new here, I'm Grace. I'm an ice skater from the UK, and I'm currently living and training in Austria. As you can see, my ice flies have not changed, except I spent hours and hours sticking these starters on. So last time I made one of these videos, I got a little bit of kickback from some of you guys about the fact I apparently made it sound like you should buy ice flies because they're pretty. Well, I'm glad you're ready to find out that I got these new blades because they're really pretty. There's actually a lot of reasons why I bought these blades, although they are quite aesthetically pleasing. So these are Ultima Legacy 7 blades. They're ultra lightweight, so they have all of these cutouts, not just in the blade but also in the base. So it was a very sensible choice, I think, because it seems ridiculous to buy a specially lightweight boot and then stick a clunky heavy blade on the bottom of it. So I've definitely noticed a difference since getting these lightweight blades. I'm rotating fully jumps that I wasn't before, and I think it's just I'm getting a little bit of extra height and being weighed down slightly less. As well as being lightweight, they have a crisp cut pick, just like my old blades did, both pairs of my old blades. But they have, I think, slightly bigger Ks at the end, which I'm really liking for toe steps and for toe jumps as well. I'm not sure if you can see that, but what I'm finding, which is quite interesting because it has got this bigger toe pick, that I feel like I'm scratching much less in these blades than I was in my old blades, and I know that scratching is not the blade's fault, it's the person's fault, but I just think the profile of this blade is really nice. I have definitely noticed an improvement in my spins as well as my jumps. Not so much my back spin, but all of my forward spins, you know, scratch, sit, camel, they've all improved noticeably since I got these blades, which is something I said when I got my MK Professionals as well, but I think there's been a considerable difference again, which is really good. I have absolutely nothing against my MK Professionals. I love them, I still love them, but I noticed when I took them to get sharpened that there was a part of the blade missing. Essentially, someone had sharpened just below the toe pick a little dip in the blade, and obviously that was affecting my spins, so I treated myself to a new pair. So these blades are 9 inches long, so theoretically the same length as my MK Professionals, which I had on this boot beforehand, but they do feel slightly shorter when I'm skating in them. A couple of times I've nearly fallen off the back of them. I'm not sure if that's true and they are slightly shorter or if it's just me. I can see from the base that there's a couple of millimeters difference between where these blades sit and where the old ones sat, but I think that might partly be because it's a lightweight base, it's got cutouts, maybe they've just cut off some of the extra distance. As you can see, they're not super new anymore. I have been skating in them for a while, so I didn't want to make this video until I really knew that I liked them and I really thought they were good. So that's why it's taken me so long. I've been skating in them for maybe 4 months now. So if we move back up onto the boot, I know you all love to hear me talk about my ice flies. So I've had these for nearly 2 years now, which seems insane. They're holding up really, really well. Really well. You can see there's some slight damage. I've got the front taped up. The only thing I have noticed with them is they're quite easy to cut through the top layer when doing spins. If you nick it with a blade, it just slices straight through. But that's easily fixed with a bit of tape, as you can see I've done. Apart from that, for 2 years old, I think that they're surviving considerably better than my chorus did. I do love my chorus, but when you put them on, they feel like they've really broken down. I'd had them for a few years, I can't remember exactly how long, whereas these still feel really solid. Obviously they're not as stiff as they were when I first got them, but there's still tons of support in there. I think there's a good couple of years of life left in these boots. I hope there's a good couple of years left in these blades, and I just got them. So if you're stuck between getting a pair of Ice Flies and some chorus, I think I would recommend the Ice Flies now, but obviously take into consideration anything your coaches or the people at the skate shop have to say before you listen to me, the girl on the internet, just because I think these are surviving much better than my chorus did. Lots of people say you can't overboot in Edeas either, so as long as you're not beginner, I think these are a really good boot to go for. They're lasting really well. They've got me through a fair few competitions. Obviously I don't jump too much anymore, I mainly compete in synchro, so that's probably one of the reasons they've stayed so solid. Potentially they break down much quicker if you were jumping doubles every day of the week, whereas I jump when I'm bored. So obviously there's a lot of things to take into consideration, but for me these are still a really fantastic pair of boots and I would highly recommend them, and I love the blade as well. And let's see how it holds up after a few sharpenings and a few competitions. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. There's a little bell next to it if you want to get notifications when I upload. I hope everyone is excited for the upcoming winter rink season as well as the competition season, and I'll be seeing you all very, very soon.